Who, in reality, was the man responsible for the death of Jesus Christ? This pivotal question has been the subject of countless debates and theories over centuries. Some point fingers at religious leaders of the time, others at political figures, while a few even delve into more esoteric ideas. Each theory carries its own weight and intrigue, contributing to a rich tapestry of historical speculation. To uncover the truth, we must delve into the historical context of Jesus' life and demise. Understanding the death of Jesus requires us to journey back to the 1st century Roman Empire. This was an era of power and dominance where the Romans had extended their influence far and wide. The Roman Empire, in its grandeur, had many regions under its control, and one such province was Judea. The political climate was tense, marked by the uneasy coexistence of the Roman authorities and the Jewish population. The Jews, proud of their religious heritage, were often at odds with the Romans' pagan practices and their oppressive rule. In this simmering pot of tension stood Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea. Pilate was a man tasked with maintaining peace and order, a task that often involved suppressing the Jewish population's frequent rebellions. His role was a challenging one, requiring a delicate balance of power and diplomacy. And then, there was Jesus. A charismatic figure, he was seen as a threat by both the Roman authorities and the Jewish leaders. His teachings, his followers, and the claims of his being the king of the Jews were perceived as a direct challenge to the Roman rule and the Jewish religious order. So, when Jesus was brought before Pilate, charged with inciting rebellion against Rome, the governor found himself in a precarious situation. Under Roman law, only the governor had the authority to execute a death sentence. And in this instance, the pressure was immense. The Jewish leaders wanted Jesus gone, while the Roman laws demanded a fair trial. Pilate, after questioning Jesus, found no basis for the charges against him. Yet, in order to maintain peace and avert a potential revolt, he yielded to the demands of the Jewish leaders and the crowd. Thus, he ordered the crucifixion of Jesus, an event that would forever mark him in history as the man who killed Jesus. But was Pilate solely responsible, or were there other influential figures at play? Let's not forget the role of the Jewish religious leaders, the Sanhedrin. These were not just any group of individuals. They were the supreme religious council in the land of Israel during the time of Jesus. A 71-member tribunal that had the authority to pass judgment according to Jewish law. In the context of Jesus' trial, the Sanhedrin found themselves in a delicate situation. Jesus' teachings were disruptive to their established religious order. His growing popularity threatened their standing with the people and the stability of their power. They had a vested interest in silencing Jesus, leading them to conspire against him. They handed him over to the Romans, effectively setting the stage for his crucifixion. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Sanhedrin, although a religious body, was also deeply entwined with the political landscape of the time. They were in many ways at the mercy of the Roman authorities, who were the real power brokers. So while the Sanhedrin played a role, it was a role influenced by the larger political forces at play. This dichotomy between religious and political forces is a crucial element in understanding the dynamics that led to Jesus' crucifixion. It was not simply a matter of religious leaders acting in isolation, but a complex interplay of politics, power, and religious authority. So, the Sanhedrin played a crucial role. But does this mean they were the ones who killed Jesus? So, who killed Jesus? The answer is not as simple as naming a single person or group. The crucifixion of Jesus was the result of a complex interplay of factors, a tapestry woven from threads of political ambition, religious conviction, and societal pressures. It's important to note that the Roman authorities, led by Pontius Pilate, played a significant role. They were the ones who, ultimately, carried out the act of crucifixion, a punishment reserved for the worst criminals in their society. Yet, it cannot be overlooked that the Jewish religious leaders also played a part. Disturbed by Jesus' claims and fearing the potential upheaval he could cause within their religious community, they were instrumental in bringing him before the Roman authorities. However, the responsibility cannot be solely placed on one party. It was not just one person or one group, but a combination of many elements that led to this pivotal moment in history. In effect, it was a perfect storm of political, religious, and social factors that culminated in the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. In the end, it was a combination of political, religious, and social factors that led to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And thus the question of who killed Jesus remains a topic of intense and ongoing debate.